Hello and welcome to a new video here on some new exciting surface products. So taking a little bit of a switch from the typical aviation type of videos you're used to seeing, and gonna talk a little bit about these SCX24 base camps. I have the white one here, I have the blue one still in the box. I did an unboxing video on the white one here, but unfortunately due to an error on the camera, it did not actually record. So this one's already out of the box, so we're going to talk about this one. We're going to get this one out of the box and kind of talk about both of these together. So I have my little SCX24 Bronco here, and this was the very first crawler and the very first Axial product that I ever bought, and I absolutely love my Bronco. However, the Bronco is with a hard plastic body and interior and all the overlanding stuff here on the top. It can be a little top heavy for outdoor rock crawling around the yard and landscape areas. And also, I love the way the Bronco looks, and I don't really want to get it scratched up or dinged, which is kind of silly for a crawler, right? They're meant to go do some off-roading. So that's where the SCX24 base camps come in. And I've always liked the base camp design. So the base camp originally was a SCX10, so 10 scale platform, and it's always had this very clean looking, nice, kind of a mid-sized truck look to it. I've always been a huge fan of that design. I like the simplicity of the design. I like the fact that it's lighter weight, especially less weight up high, so it actually has a lower center of gravity. It's going to be more stable. It's better for rock crawling, and they've done a fantastic job of capturing kind of that design criteria and scaling it down to the SCX24 lineup. So this product is 1/24 scale, and it does come everything ready to run in the box. Hence, that's what RTR means. So you get this beautiful base camp truck. You get the transmitter. You get the transmitter batteries. You get an extra looks like an extra drive shaft and some tools in here. You also get a brand new Spectrum battery. So the original, like my base camp, or not base camp, but the Bronco here did not come with a Spectrum charger, Spectrum battery. But now you get this real nice 350 milliamp 2S pack, and you get a really nice USB Spectrum charger. So definitely a step up from what I had in the Bronco here. In fact, they should probably standardize and get more of these batteries and maybe an extra one of these chargers here, and use these on both vehicles here, because I'm a huge fan of the Spectrum stuff here. I use that for all my aircraft and other surface vehicles, so I like to standardize on that. You also get a decal, and you get some literature in here, as well as some ProLine accessories, and of course the owner's manual. So, but what's nice about this is, of course, everything comes in the box, and it comes at a really attractive price point. So everything you see here is available for $99.99. So sub $100. It's available in this absolutely beautiful white pearlescent here. It's a pearlescent metallic. It's a white with green and purple, maybe some silver metal flake in there. And that is something that I really didn't have any idea that this product had until I got it out of the box. The pictures do not show it very well at all, but when you get it in the light and you move it around, there is a lot of metallic in that paint, and that really it's a really cool, classy look to this truck. It's very different from just a standardized white paint. It's available in this darker blue, or medium blue, I should say. This is more of a dark blue on the Bronco, medium blue here on the base camp. It's also available in like a pinkish magenta color. I don't have one of those to show you, but the truck translates very well into these different colors. Just like in the 10 scale, they had 3 colors of that originally. They're down to 2 colors now, including this very similar pearlescent white and a dark gray. But I've seen these done up in oranges. I've seen them in different shades of green, kind of a fluorescent yellow. there's almost no color that a base camp looks bad in. So if these aren't what, you can obviously get a body for this and paint it up any color you like. But man, I tell you, if I only had to pick one, I tell you, this white pearlescent is definitely high on my list of which one that I would pick. So I've seen some comments online asking about, why is the base camp here cheaper than the Broncos or Jeeps or some of the other product, and they're asking, well, what do those guys do to degrade the vehicle? Well, it's really not exactly apples to apples comparison. So we'll start with the more expensive Bronco here. So the Bronco has a hard body, meaning that it is plastic injection molded, much like you would find like in a plastic model kit. So you get much crisper details on it. It's a very hard plastic. It's heavy. It's a lot more expensive to have that type of tooling, that type of material. You also got a lot of details with door handles and mirrors. The grill. You have 4 lights on the front of this thing. You got lights on the back. You got a spare tire. You have all the overlanding accessories, including the extraction boards that come off. You got an interior with a driver unfortunately with a cowboy hat on that I haven't been able to figure out how to get rid of yet. Windshield wipers, and then of course there's also the licensing that goes along with these products. This being a Ford Bronco, a certain portion of the sales have to go back to Ford as kind of a, hey, I'm going to be using your Bronco, so we're going to have to pay for that to happen. When you move over to the base camp, it's lower price because you're not burdened with all these type of things. It is a polycarbonate body, just like a traditional RC body. It does not have lights installed from the factory. It doesn't have clear windows. It has no interior on it, no overlanding accessories. The grille is a decal. The windows are a decal, no mirrors, no wipers. So when you start looking at all that, you say, wow, there's actually quite a bit of stuff just between the two bodies. That is the reason why there's such a price discrepancy. If you want scale accuracy and it has to be exactly a certain model and you love all those details, something like the Bronco is exactly the one that you need, right? Because it's going to deliver on that. If you're looking for something that is much more in line with being able to climb over some rocks in the landscape areas or outdoors, and it's going to take some tumbles and spills and get scratched up, and you don't have to worry about the mirrors getting banged up or door handles knocked off. Perfect. This is exactly what you want right here. Both are very capable vehicles out of the box, but I'm guaranteeing that if I went and did a back-to-back comparison on my little outdoor crawling course, the base camp would probably do better. And the simple reason is because it's just got so much weight on top compared to the Bronco. It's just a much lighter weight platform. Both of these do have friction shocks in them. They do not have oiled shocks. The new generation of SCX24s that are a little bit more on the higher side of the price point here do have oil-filled shocks and a number of other upgrades to them. And in the base camp, you don't have that. You have the friction shocks in here. But I have to say, I mean, they're still pretty good. The only difference is, of course, is if you kind of press on it here a little bit, it kind of bounces a little bit before it works its way out. If you have oil-filled shocks, it moves very, very, very much like a real actual vehicle. However, what's great about the SCX24 lineup is if you want to add the oil-filled shocks, they're available to do so. You can actually get those and put those in, which will really kind of make it look even more realistic as the vehicle moves around. You also get a Spectrum SLT2 in the new base camp, and when I got my Bronco, it did not come with a Spectrum radio. It came with something else. However, I do believe that the upgraded ones, the new versions, are coming with the same battery, the same charger, and the same Spectrum radio. And I really like how this Spectrum radio works, especially the fact that even though I have small hands, I can still operate these one-handed, even though it is more comfortable with two. You do have the 50, 75, 100% throttle selection here on the side, which is fantastic. Even though it's a crawler, it's not going to go all that fast anyway. You can drive it inside. However, if you got small kids or you want to let a small child borrow this, you just switch that over to 50% if they're going to be driving around inside the house, and they're going to be just fine with it. And I think this thing is one of these great products to have if you have kids, or you have kids, you know, nieces, nephews that come over to your house quite often and are, you know, looking for something to do. The Base Camp is something you most certainly can just hand over to them and let them go at it. Another nice feature that I think the Axial team did that probably doesn't get nearly enough notice is it's got the trailer hitch built into the back bumper, and there is a SCX24 trailer here right from Axial. It's technically designed only to haul other SCX24s, but I would rather have it haul a vintage Mustang. And so it's nice is without having to do any modifications at all, you can, I'm just gonna set it in here, but you can attach the trailer to the Base Camp chassis without having to do any modifications or any additions to it. It's just simply use the body clip and it retains it just fine. So very cool feature. The trailer is a really cool accessory anyway, and even better when the fact that you don't actually have to mess around with trying to mount the hitch in the back like I did on the Bronco. So, all right, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get this new one out of the box here so you guys can see what that looks like. And of course, if you guys get any questions along the way, just leave them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer those. So, all right, I already undid the factory seal on here so we can get this out a little bit quicker. And I also undid the zip tie in here. It is zip tied into the box just to help keep it in position. So let's go ahead and pull this out, shall we? All right, so like I said, I already undid the zip tie clip here, so we'll just go ahead and move that off to the side, and now you get a good look at the blue Base Camp and the white one here together. You have the bag of stuff in here, which we've already talked about from the white one. Batteries, it's got a little tool in here, a drive shaft sticker. It's got a QR code so you can register your vehicle. You got a QR code on the back here, as well as the instructions to kind of get right over to the instruction manual online. And then, of course, the Pro Line accessories as well. There's one little box in here as well that you pull out. Once you move that out of the way, it has the charger and has the transmitter. The battery is already installed in the vehicle. It's not hooked up, obviously. It's just sitting in there. And it's a Velcro body on here, so you just pop this Velcro body up. There you go. And now you can see how to access the battery. And you just simply plug it right into the 2-in-1 here. It's got an on-off switch. The body is hinged in the back, so you simply just pivot it up like this, replace or install your battery, and just Velcro it back down again. So really easy to operate. Very simple. No body clips or anything necessary on the SCX 24s. And so yeah, this is both 2 out of the 3 Base Camps. Like I said, I don't have the magenta one, but man, the blue really does look really nice. And what's nice about the polycarbonate is it actually has a really nice shine right out of the box. In fact, it's actually a shinier blue than my Bronco. And to be honest, I have already waxed, put a couple coats of wax on the Bronco to try to make it even shinier. I noticed the red Bronco is actually, for the first gen one, really shiny. But for some reason, the blue is a little bit more matte. But the polycarbonate bodies on the SCX24 Base Camps is glossy straight out of the box. So yeah, it looks like it's got the Falcon Wild Peak tires on there, so those are always cool to have. The wheels look a lot like what's on the 110 scale Base Camp, and they've done a really fantastic job of scaling down the Base Camp into this smaller size. And like I said, if you got kids, you have kids that come over to visit, nieces, nephews, you got sons, daughters, or just you want to have something at your own disposal to go have fun with, the SCX24 Base Camps are most certainly what I would recommend. $100, you know, basically out the door, $99.99. So a very affordable way to get into crawling. And if it's winter like it is here for me, you can set up a crawling course inside your house, drive it around. You can get the trailer as an accessory. You can tow around anything you can want with that. That trailer is pretty heavy duty and well built. It's probably a little bit more than it needs to be, but you can certainly pick up that accessory as well. It connects to the back of the base camps here, and you can kind of extend the fun around the house. So yeah, I'm excited to go get the batteries charged up on these guys and go out and build some crawling courses around the house. So if you guys got any questions at all on the SCX24 Base Camps, by all means leave them in the comments below. More than happy to help out if you guys got any questions at all. And then, of course, being an aviation guy, I'm also wondering if I can maybe use that trailer hitch and build a little tow rig so that I can pull my aircraft around the hangar with them. So yeah, who knows what I'll come up with the more I think about doing that. So all right, well, thanks again, guys, for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And if you need anything else, just leave them in the comments below.